Oh man, it's Lukaku in that video. Oh no. Sorry guys, I need to update that video. But what is good, everyone? Welcome back on the Uncle Sharma channel. We are here with the one and only Matija Jovic. You see him here, you see him there, you see him everywhere. And look at us, we are matching as well.
Yes, indeed.
And we are here to preview what could be one of the most historic derby di Milanos, derby della Madonninas, whatever you want to call, of our generation, really, or maybe of all time. I don't even know if there's ever been a derby di Milano, where we could have. Do you remember, Mattia? Has there ever been one?
No, the never before has the title been decided in Derby della Madonnina. This is
Mm.
the first time that we have an opportunity to do so.
So yeah, that's what we're here to discuss, guys. This historic derby. And this amazing season that we've been on. I know some people obviously it's been on it was a up, and then Atletico Madrid, the whole thing kind of maybe dampened the mood for some guys, but to me the mood has obviously a little bit dampened. But I think me and you, Mattia, we've been on that train since the beginning of the season. We have been obsessed with the second star, and we're almost there. So I'm ecstatic, and I cannot wait to start celebrating with you guys, with you, Mattia, everyone around the world. How are you feeling about this, Mattia?
Historic, it's hard to not feel amazing after the season we have had. This is something that, you know, will go down in history of our club, and we will be here to remember it and to see it with our own eyes. Hopefully it will happen tomorrow night, but even if it doesn't, if it's still historical, and nothing will change that. The first star, when we got it in the 60s, most of us weren't even born.
Mm-hmm.
Our parents maybe weren't even born. So it's something that doesn't happen often, and it is a privilege to be here and to witness it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really good point about how long ago the first star was. Actually, I didn't even think about that. The fact that it's been what, over 50 years gap until, yeah, from the first star to the second star. I mean, maybe this is a question that we can discuss later on, but do you think the third star is going to take that similar amount of time?
Wow, I don't know, man. It's it's a bit early to think about the third star already,
No.
but
It's just because
you
you,
know,
you you made me think about, the gaps between stars.
you know, one team in Turin did 9 in a row, so they almost got a one full star in a decade. So it is possible, that
With Beppe
we will
Marotta at the
live.
helm.
Yeah, that we can, get very close to it in this decade, and maybe while we are alive, or while we are young, maybe it's still possible. Yeah, why not?
Mhm.
Definitely not impossible, for sure. Yeah, but I'm not thinking about it yet.
Yeah, yeah. No, sorry, my bad. Because you just put my mind, in all sorts of scenarios. But yeah, let's focus on that second star, right? Let's focus on that.
Yes, and after that, next year, why? Yeah, we should think about the third one for sure. I
Yeah,
mean, long-term goals are the most important, so yeah.
yeah. Like in life, you always have to look forward, right? There's no point always looking back. Although it's nice to look back as well sometimes.
Yeah, you and I are lucky that we witnessed the 2000s,
Mhm.
the triplete and that era. So this will be another big milestone that we witnessed with our club.
Exactly, exactly, bro. Before we continue, Mattia, let me give a shout out to the people that are in the house as well, people that have been here before the stream started. Thank you, Edson, Pazza, Inter, Amala. I do want to hear that as well, the Inter Amala. I missed that chant because they don't really I don't think they really play at the stadium. Did they play when you went last year? Did they play that song?
No, unfortunately not. It's not the song anymore. It's Chess
Yeah.
All Inter now,
Hmm.
which is a nice song, but
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, Pazza Inter is like a banger. It's the best song that any club has. Like,
yeah.
it's so good.
And it's
And I
sung by the
miss it.
players. Like I feel like we need to do like a new version with the current players.
Have you heard that they announced a new song after we win the title?
I did hear it, but if it's
Yeah.
similar, I mean, it's not bad. The new one, the Siamo l'Inter. It's like it's okay, but it's more like poppy kind of song, isn't it? Like more dance pop kind of vibe.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing will top Pazza Inter, so I'm
Nah.
fine either way.
Language Source, hope you are doing well. Thank you. Yeah, he said he's replied to he was one of the winners of the Limone Ball t-shirt that I am sending out once again this week. As I said, it's not because I don't want to. I just wanted to find the right supplier that's going to get these shirts to you guys because, yeah, Everpress, the ways that it was doing it, it didn't quite work. But yeah, Language Source in the house. Oh my goodness. I mean, we'll talk about that, the potential Hakan goal to clinch it. That's definitely one of the topics that we're going to talk about. It would just be the cherry on top of the cake. Kirby, of course, admin, and also amazing for our Discord. Oh yeah, once again, shout out to Kirby, always doing great job on the Discord. For we're not gonna say what he does, but he does a really good
Yeah,
job.
he's amazing.
Yeah. Just in case we get into some trouble. Mattia is also in the house, surprisingly so. He's always reminding the people about hitting that like button. So
Yes,
before we
do
go
it,
on,
guys. Do it.
yeah. Actually, yeah, Mattia, why don't you take the screen and do it all by yourself? I want a nice, powerful hit that like button, everyone.
Hit that like button, everyone. Subscribe to the channel if you're not. We do it for our uncle. Let's do it right now. How many likes do we have? Let me check.
Whoa, there's 188 people. What the hell? What is going on? People,
Oh,
I guess it's a Sunday, so
yeah, and
maybe
it's a
people will still free.
historical game. Only
Yeah,
20 likes. Unacceptable, guys. Unacceptable. We need 100 likes.
yeah. If there's 189 people in the house, like at least
At
I mean,
least 100, yeah.
yeah, that's
So,
like minimum. Come on, guys.
yeah.
Paul Grant says how we arrived to this big moment. Yes, Wing Chun, hello, ciao ragazzi. Ready for the second? Well, we've been ready, Wing Chun. We've been ready since the
For a
Conte
couple of
season.
years now.
Negativity and FC in the house, looking happy. Hey, what do you got to say about that, Mattia? Hey, Mattia
I
has not
mean,
been negativity FC this year. I got to give it to Mattia.
yeah, there was really not many things to be negative about this year. So,
Mm-hmm.
Inter have proved me wrong many times in the first half of the season. Inter proved me wrong enough times that I became like safe or not worried, or yeah. So this team deserved a vote of confidence, for what they have done so far. So yeah, there is nothing really. I mean, even I, after some point, said, "Yeah, we're winning this title." I was like
Yeah, yeah.
relaxed, but I know there are some people who are maybe still clenching a bit, which is funny.
Oh my God, some people's superstitiousness is just so funny. Our legend, Zio Bergomi, Beppe Bergomi. I saw him. He was on a Sky Culture Club, the show that he's on, the analysis show, and then the guys there mentioned to him, like, when Inter win this Scudetto, and in Italy they grab their crown jewels when, like, if there's something is being said and they want to anti-jinx it, and he grabbed his family jewels on live TV as part of his superstitiousness.
Yeah, that's
Oh yeah,
funny.
and Ahmad here, Matthias. So he messaged me earlier. So he's getting an Inter tattoo. He's getting a snake Inter Bishone tattoo for this to commemorate.
Maybe here is an idea for you. So, but with an updated logo. Yeah, this is outdated soon, guys. This is
Yeah,
very soon outdated.
But the logo is the right one. I would get that logo, not the
Yes, I
current
would
one. Yeah,
get this one for
yeah,
sure, but this is outdated. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
so we will have to update our merchandise very soon. So
That
yeah,
that
maybe
does,
something
that
like
looks
this.
very painful though. If you're gonna get like a big ass chest tattoo like that, it
Yeah,
looks
yeah,
very painful.
yeah. But here's an idea.
Mm. Yeah, inspiration. Yeah, maybe like a whole. You could get like a sleeve of that, right? Yeah, like the snake is like
Yes, yes,
wrapping around the arm. Do you have any
yeah.
tattoos, by the way, Mattia? I never asked you.
No, no, I
Oh,
don't have any. No,
mm,
I'm not a tattoo guy, but
mm.
I like seeing them. I think Anthony actually has a great one,
Yeah,
and he is looking forward to update it.
yeah,
So
and
I can't
yeah,
wait to see how it will look like with a second star.
hundred
Yeah,
percent, hundred
that's gonna
percent.
be
Yeah,
good.
Ahmad, show us your tattoo as well when you get it. I definitely I
Yes,
wanna see the final
I I
result.
I want to see it for sure.
What's up,
Especially,
Basisa? Hope you're doing well, bro. The Twitter troll, Debbie Kerr Mafia in the house always, and then every time, either Debbie or Ian, one of them is always around, which is amazing. And their support to not just this channel but also on Inter Worldwide is just really, really amazing.
yes,
I've never got to meet
both of
Debbie.
them are
I've
amazing.
met Ian once, like a
Me
few years
too, as
ago.
you saw in the
Yeah,
vlog.
yeah, he's an awesome dude. But yeah, next time, Debbie, you need to find your
You
way
need
to
to come
Milan.
too, Debbie. We want to meet you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of someone, actually, I've not met, even though he lives in Leicester, El Gordo. This guy lives in Leicester, but I've not met him. But we might need to link up to celebrate the second star together.
For sure.
And we
And
got Eduardo. Thank you very much, sir. Again, another guy who's been supporting all year. Subcharms, this
thank you so
derby is a
much.
must win to brag. Thank you very much for the donation, bro. And yeah, I mean,
And we have another donation from the best Milanista in the world. So
oh,
CQ is in the
is it
house.
CQ?
Thank you, CQ.
Oh, this guy. Always, always, always very, very respectful.
He
Um,
is amazing. He was also in the chat in Inter Worldwide when we were invaded by Juventini.
yeah.
So
Was one thing. Yeah. Speaking of having something to brag about, Mattia, I mean, oh, why is it loaded up like this? I want to open it properly. How do I open it? Well, anyway, you guys look at the right side of the screen.
5 in a row.
This is the last 20 derbies, and yeah, this is the last 5 that we won in a row. Like, it's always, of course, like, there's a bit of tension because it is a derby. There's always, that feeling of anxiousness before a derby, but it's really not been like that for a long while now, hasn't it, Mati? I mean, apart from this, I'm guessing this is the bit where we probably lost the Scudetto season, right? The draw, loss, and the draw.
Yeah, so the that loss cost us not the last one. So the 3-2 was when Napoli won. But yeah, the 2-1, that one that cost us the title, yeah. But since then, yeah, I mean, it hasn't been that tight. Champions League was very easy. The Super Cup was very easy. The 5-1 was like blowout. So yeah, and now I have no tension at all. So even if we lose, I don't care, because we are winning the title anyway. So again, I'm not worried or stressed about the derby. Yeah. So
Yeah. And it's funny on I don't know if you saw, so the Curva Sud, so their equivalent of the Curva Nord, they turned, or after they lost to Roma the other day in the Europa League, they gave him a nice talking to. Let me see if I can
oh,
find a
something
picture.
like we had last season.
Yeah, basically. Let me see. Yeah, there it is. There's the picture on Eurofoot. But yeah, is this gonna have any effect? I mean, I remember. I think our one, if you remember, Mattia, was Inter Spezia. Or sorry, Spezia Inter when we lost away to them. I don't remember it having a positive effect
No,
on us.
no.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think they also had it against after Spezia last year as well. I think it was funny that both Curva Nord and Curva Sud were like fed up with us after the same game. So yeah, it didn't have any effect last year on both of us. I don't think it will have any effect this year. Um, like Anthony said, these players don't really care that much. So I don't think it will have any impact, personally.
Mm. Yeah, especially now they're coming back off two back-to-back losses, if I'm not mistaken, right? Um,
Two losses to Roma and draw to Assuolo.
oh yeah, I watched that game. That was so funny. I mean, that Sassuolo one felt like a loss because it's Assuolo, who today, by the way, lost 3-0. So it looks like they're on the way to relegation, which is going to make a lot of Interisti happy.
Not just, I think one thing Interisti, Milanisti, and Juventini can agree. Probably the one only thing we can all agree is we want Assuolo in Serie B. I think that's the only thing we can all agree on because Assuolo always shows up against the big three. Always takes points.
And Berardi always turns into prime Ronaldinho against the big teams.
It's crazy. We only defeat this season is against them,
It's
like
crazy. It's
at home.
crazy. At home as well, yeah. We're like a machine at home, and they beat us at home. Oh, and they're gonna get relegated now by the looks of it. But
Yeah.
do you know, like with Sassuolo, is like they're. I know what people mean. They're annoying in that term, but they don't have because they don't have a big fan base. They're such a small club. Um, so I don't have any animosity towards them. Like I don't even know any Sassuolo support. I used to live near that area, and I didn't even know Sassuolo supporters. So I don't have like much of a problem with them in that sense. And they buy some of our players sometimes. They bought Pinamonti for 20 million. So that, like,
That was a steal.
yeah. So I feel like they're actually one of the few Italian clubs that spend money and also invest in like youth. So I don't mind them in that sense.
Yeah, they develop players, Italian players. We got Fratesi, Scamacca is also one of the
They are very
players.
overpriced market to buy from, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean they do a good job at developing players. I'm also not a person who has a bone to pick with them,
Mm,
not at all. But I just think that the big three will sigh with the release after they are relegated.
yeah. Yeah, definitely. I wonder where Berardi will go if they do get relegated.
Yeah. Let's hope not, Debbie. Let's hope we get to see the third one as well. If we go on a streak like the others did,
Yeah.
uh, it's possible. But who knows? Maybe it's the only one we see in our lifetime.
The Yeah, I mean, do you mean Debbie means as in like Scudetto in general? Or she means like an extra star.
I don't think just a Scudetto. I mean, we will
Okay.
win many Scudettos for sure.
No, but
Uh,
I never know with the Kurds, because they're so anti-Sunning that maybe they think that until Sunning stay in charge that we're gonna be in the mud.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
But yeah, no, I think
Yeah,
she just means Scudetto. She's right. Yeah, Ian's right as well.
yeah.
Ahmad is, oh yeah, this is about Pazza Inter song they didn't play when I went this season. Yeah, so they're
Yeah,
just.
it's just solo Inter, yeah.
Mhm. King Darian says the Matthias character development from Mr. Negative to Mr. Positive is great.
Bro, it depends on Inter, it's not my choice. If Inter continue this way next season, you will not see Mr. Negative at all
Yeah.
anymore. Let's hope that remains. I said many times the best thing that can happen to me if Inter proves me wrong.
Mm.
And it's not like I don't want them to prove me wrong. I want them to prove me wrong. And they did this season.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Yeah, even it's for me, like sometimes I was predicting some draws and losses, and it was just like not happening. Well, no, I don't think I really predict any losses, but yeah, it just wasn't happening. This Inter team just kept chucking wins.
Yeah.
Marvel Lawson, hope you're doing well. If you had real investments in players and Haka scores the winner tomorrow, I would have been Bezos level rich. Yeah. Yeah, imagine if we had he could invest money into players this season. He would have made a lot of money from into players.
Yeah.
CQ says it pains, but I hit the like button. Congrats on the Scudetto tomorrow.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you. We'll see about the Scudetto tomorrow, but yeah, it's coming anyway.
It's coming for sure. Yeah.
As the English say, it's coming home. Um,
Yeah.
we'll see about that at the Euros, right? If we hear that song again.
Don't get me that. Don't get me started on English and there. But yeah, so we got our first star in 1966. So yeah, most of us weren't even born then. So how many years have we waited, 2024? Can you calculate how many years that is since 1966 when we got the first one?
Equals 58.
58 years. That's a lifetime for many people. A lifetime, a full lifetime. So it's I think that shows how big this is.
Yeah. Do you think Radel here is being serious or is being a troll? Because there's no way he's worried about this could be a comeback like 2021 that we can lose
That's
this.
impossible at this point, bro.
We would literally have to lose every single game, Radel.
And it's not like we have super tough schedule. So
yeah. Even the most negative Interista wouldn't be able to say that.
Yeah. I mean, no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
of course,
for sure.
Yeah. Of course, I mean, this is not a trophy for us, but it's always nice to also celebrate this in front of our Milanisti cousins. As
Yes.
Jorge would say, zero titoli.
Yeah, 2 seasons in a row now, zero titoli for them. That's also nice to see. Juventus last season, zero titoli. Hopefully this season as well, but I'm afraid they will get the Coppa. So we will see. Yeah, but that's also a nice bonus for sure, and the tradition, keeping the tradition, we got the first star 13 years before Milan. So Milan got their first star 13 years after we got ours. So this is the tradition. We got the first star first, and we will get the second star first as well. So that's
Milan's success was really accelerated when Berlusconi took over.
80s and 90s, yeah, that's when they got most of their titles. Yeah, but they waited 13 years to get after we got the first one. So they got their first in 79. So yeah, let's hope maybe they will get their second one 13 years later, but yeah, who knows.
Yeah, that would be nice. Wait for them to have to wait 13 years. Anyway, Mattia, I do want to cover Jesus, there's 320 people in the live stream. What is going on? People
Historic occasion, bro. Yeah. And a good time. So hit the like button and subscribe.
Yes.
Let me check how many likes
check.
we have.
Do a check. We're checking on you guys.
It has to be over 100, so
surely
don't fall behind, guys. It's very easy. Just close the chat, hit the like, open the chat again if you are on the phone. If you're on the computer, you can see it below the screen. It's very easy.
Exactly. So, listen to my Balkan mafia boss right there next to me. Otherwise, you'll be in trouble. But before we actually move on to the predicted lineups, as usual, guys, we'll cover all that for tomorrow's game. There's been, talking about the future of the club. There's been news recently. Steven Zhang is alive. He's been spotted. He's been spotted at the F1. he's alive, or some people say he might be the Steven Zhang clone. But he exists, and he was spotted at the F1 in the F1 that's in Beijing, I believe, in China.
Yes,
And
I
he
think so.
released and he released a short interview, which is right here, translated by Sempre Inter. So I'm going to read a few little excerpts from the
Oh, it's young
interview.
guy.
Yeah. So basically, he said in the last 7 years, I think so they basically asked him, there's been rumors about refinancing, whether it's with Oak Tree or with someone else, which I think it's probably still the most likely thing that's going to happen. And then, of course, there's also been rumors about the sale. Again, multiple different sources, multiple different rumors, but nothing ever comes to happen. And this is what Zhang had to say about that. He said, in the last 7 years, I think there have been rumors every day. But the fact that we are so close to our seventh trophy here and to getting the second star at the club is something that has added a lot to the legacy of Inter. I can say that we will continue to fight and win together. None of these rumors are true. Zhang made perfectly clear. As long as I'm president, we'll keep aiming for the highest level. Debbie, by the way, I hope Ian's not watching right now because he's probably
I
getting
haven't
triggered.
seen Ian in the chat
Yeah.
yet.
Meanwhile, Zhang also had a word for Inter's captain. We've seen how Lautaro has grown. He's become a winner. And then, Inzaghi, I've always said for me, Inzaghi is a gift. Being able to work with a coach like Inzaghi is something that gives me calm and confidence as a club president. There's no doubt that we'll keep working together. So basically, guys, before I pass it over to Mattia, to me, he's saying that Leonardo DiCaprio, from Wolf of Wall Street, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. That's basically what he's done once again. What do you think, Mattia?
So, one of the main reasons why I don't follow or comment on news regarding Zhang and the ownership is because it's not reputable sources. And he just said none of this is true. So, yeah, I usually don't comment on it. But since he finally showed up somewhere and we can discuss his own words, it looks like he has no intention of losing the club, and it looks like he's gonna just kick the
The can down the
the
road.
can down the road couple of years, 3 or 4 years, and it looks like we're gonna get a loan for the loanception. Yeah, so I'm glad that he commended Inzaghi so much and that he said we will continue our relationship, which means they intend to re-sign him. Stability in that sector is important, and I am for, extending Inzaghi's contract. So that's a good thing that he said. I mean, he said all the right things, but how we're gonna expand that loan, how we're gonna just move it couple of years down the road, is that sustainable? I don't know
Yeah.
what to say, man. It's as long as Marotta and the company is here, I have no fear. So to 2027, I think, is when their contract is up. So
Yeah.
until 2027, next 3 years, I'm not worried. After that, who knows, man, what's gonna happen? We can't deny that he brought us out of Banter era. We can't deny that he is one of the most successful owners in our history. Moratti and him,
Yeah.
father and son, and Zhang. Who else
Mhm.
was so successful?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
is the third most successful guy. 7 trophies, second star, 2 European finals. You know, it you can't argue against that.
And at
However,
a time where Italian football isn't nowhere near financially viable as it was in the past as well.
yeah, other clubs like Milan and Juventus are just starting to feel how that is.
Mhm.
They're in their first, season of dealing with these problems with financial on the financial side. So yeah, he has been a great owner so far, but I don't know if it's really time to just let go and give somebody else. But on the other hand, I'm worried if somebody else will be like Milan owners, they don't care about the club, so
Mhm.
maybe it can be worse. We have a owner that wants to have a club, that likes a club, but can't invest.
Mhm.
Nothing is ever easy with Inter.
No.
It's always some issue. Can you imagine if there wasn't a COVID, how successful he would have been and we would have been? But it's always Pazza. So we will see. I can't say really. I don't. Am I thrilled that he is kicking the loan and moving the goalpost to? No, I'm not. But what are the alternatives?
Mhm. Yeah, no, I think I don't think it's sustainable. And Antonio also makes a good point here. He hasn't been back in Milan for like since last year, since last season. He hasn't returned, which is also probably due to his off-field issues. He's got like warrants out for him. He's got companies out, asking for debts to be repaid, and they've even, now reached out to the Italian authorities to try to get that money back. So yeah, there's also those issues outside of the lack of, resources that he's able to put into the club. So it doesn't look good, like on a, you know, marketing or like PR level. It's like,
Yeah.
visually, or it just doesn't look right, does it, Mattia? That the owner of Inter just,
Is
can't
avoiding
even
to
come
come
to Inter.
here. Will he come here when we win the Scudetto? I'm really interested. Is he gonna take the photo with the trophy?
He always usually, yeah, he's always there when it's time for like to celebrate. He's usually ready, like first line. But I
But
think this year
is
I've
he
not
gonna
read
get
any
arrested
report.
this year or
Yeah,
not?
might be
Yeah,
worth it just to get just to get the
just
picture
to
and
take
then
a photo with the 20th Scudetto and then go to jail. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's not a good look for sure, and it's not great to maybe it's a too strong of a word, but like keeping us hostage a bit.
no, it is. Yeah, it does feel like that sometimes because we just the also the issue is, and it's not. I guess you could say it's a good thing. Like nothing filters out in terms of they're so good at keeping everything very, behind closed doors. Like no journalist until now has been able to, really nail down what these guys want to do or are gonna do. They've just been able to operate in this very low key manner. No news seems to like leak out from when it comes to Suning stuff anyway. Um,
Yeah, but the most impressive thing is how they've done like damage control for the last 3 seasons
of
has
course.
been amazing.
Hmm.
Like we just said, Milan 2 seasons in a row, zero titoli. Juve last season, zero titoli. This season, maybe also, maybe just a cup. So, you know, our damage control has been amazing and we haven't suffered, our results haven't suffered
Hmm.
that much. That's the most important thing for us as fans. As for this, who's going to be the owner, we shouldn't be invested too much in that, but
Hmm.
it is what it is.
Yeah, but just to like update people in terms of the reports. um, so the latest reports, there are many conflicting reports as well, but the latest one is that um, there's a new fund that will look to give Suning the loan, as Mattia mentioned, the loan to repay the loan, which is now around 300. It started off as 275, but now with interest and everything added in, is like around 380 million. So they're talking about this US based fund called PIMCO, not PIF, not PIFCO, not the Saudis, PIMCO, that apparently are in due diligence phase, which is usually quite advanced stage once a company is in due diligence, to pay back, to use the funds to pay back the debts on the loan, and then it would be the same thing once again, potentially. So that's the latest rumors around that, which is what Mattia was talking about in terms of kicking the can down the road. And then the other thing I wanted to quickly touch on before we start into get to the more interesting stuff, which is the game. This guy, interviewed by friend of the channel Nima for the Italian Football Podcast. Lovely, very retro picture from looks like the 80s with a Ferrari in the background. So Ziliakos, this Finnish entrepreneur who's been very loud and very active on social media, talking about how he wants to buy Inter, and he's actually made an offer for Inter. And he in the interview that he did with Nima yesterday or the day before, he confirmed that he made an offer to buy Inter, and that they were doing due diligence on the club's accounts, and the offer was, from what he said, he didn't mention a figure. He said it was in the figure of what Stooning or what was expected. But because he had other dealings, the Singapore police or the Interpol wants this guy. So his shady kind of dealings, etc., have made it wouldn't be his own money. He has got like a consortium of people to buy, to invest, and pool the money together to buy into. But now he had to, because of those stuff off the field going on, he had to pull back from it. But again, that's what I'm mentioning. Like the fact that these guys were even doing due diligence, but it didn't leak out. So they did a fantastic, like Suning just seemed like nothing leaks out when it comes to this types of news. But again, he comes across quite well in this interview. I know you haven't listened to it yet, Mattia, but you should check it out on the Italian Football Podcast. But
as soon as I heard,
I just can't really trust him. I don't know what you think.
Exactly. As soon as I heard that they want to arrest him. Oh, Ian, my man. Good to see you as always. And Zdravo, Amy. As soon as I heard he's like wanted by the Interpol and the police, and like, do you want somebody like that as the owner of your club? Sounds like a very shady guy. So I'm not really that open to accepting him just like that. So I'm really not, at least what I've heard about doesn't sound good, but we will see.
Ian knows the deal.
Yeah, you're a bit late, bro. We already discussed it, but yeah, it looks like kicking can down the road. It looks like it's gonna be loanception.
Ian's hashtag Suning out tweets we have to continue. Let's start talking about more interesting stuff, Mattia, as we're here to preview. Oh my goodness, 470 people now. This is definitely the most watched live stream I've ever done, I think.
So you have to bring me on every time, I guess.
Yeah, you must be you're bringing the Belgrade with you. I don't know.
Yeah, they all came because of me. What can I say? No, I'm joking. But yeah, it is. People feel it's a historic night, and it's gonna be a historic season.
It is, and Inzaghi just talked in his press conference just a few hours ago, and he said, "I like that they picked this out as the headline. You know, very Mourinho. This is not an obsession for us. You know, it's an obsession for Barcelona, not an obsession for us."
Wow, that was a great impression of Mourinho. Wow.
I've seen that video so many times. It's like, so don't ask me to do anything else. It's just that one sentence I can do. Oh, respect. I have 3. But yeah, so let's see what Limon is. That one thing I've realized this season, I've barely covered his press conferences, maybe because it's kind of,
Demone.
yeah, Demone, sorry, Demone. But I've barely covered his press conferences because it's kind of been one thing of having Inzaghi as the head coach is this is smooth sailing, but at the same time, it's kind of like he doesn't really give you, like, we just talked about Jose, he doesn't give you those sound bites or those kind of iconic moments. But who
Yes,
cares, right? As long as he
it's by
delivers.
the letter always.
Mhm.
No nonsense guy. I like him so much. No drama with him.
Yeah,
Like Demone, you know what you get from him. But I like the quote. He sounded like Mourinho there, which is very great.
yeah. Um, so he says, I thank everyone that works alongside me. Yeah, we also, I mean, at the end of the season, I'm sure I will try to do a video to talk about not just Inzaghi, but also the coaching stuff behind Inzaghi, because I think in football we forget the manager usually, or the coach, he's the one making the decision at the end, but a lot of the the groundwork is laid by the assistants, assistants, coaches, the fitness coaches. Like there's a whole team behind Inzaghi as well that deserves deserves praise. So we'll definitely try to shine a light on those people as well.
Yeah, I mean, when he loses his voice, his assistant is giving interviews. So
Yeah, yeah. His assistants definitely got more like a presence and aura about
swag.
him. Yes,
Yeah.
he looks like Don Corleone. Um, I have a strong club behind me, from the president down to Marotta, Ausilio Bacin Zanetti, and Ferri. They love Inter. We always look for the best solution together, blah, 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 blah. It was a beautiful moment with them, even when we lost out on the title on the final day, when we beat Sampdoria. They've always been behind us. As far as the timing of the title, they were all the questions were about, what do tomorrow, Milan, Derby, what do you make about this? He downplayed it very nicely as expected. As far as the timing, we're all working very hard as we have over the last 3 years. If it happens tomorrow, all the better. But for me and for the guys, as we said, it's not an obsession. The derby is always a derby. We're feeling great ahead of it. We worked hard because tomorrow could be a special day, but we still have 2 training sessions to prepare for it. The last few derbies have gone well for us. That's the understatement of the century. But tomorrow they count for nothing. What counts is what we do on the pitch. We're coming up against a team who's second in the table, playing at home. They'll do everything to make life difficult for us. So business as usual by the looks of it from Inzaghi, right?
Yeah, yeah, as always. So we just said he never gives any memorable quotes, It's and it should be like that, you know. It should be just another, it's not be all end all. Like I said at the beginning, even if we lose, I don't care, the second star is coming next week then. So this was what we worked what the team worked for the whole
No,
year.
no, we as well. We
I
did as
mean,
well.
yeah, we put emotional effort,
Yeah.
yeah. But you and I were among the people who said, no, I don't care about Champions League, no, I don't
Mm.
care about Coppa Italia, no, I don't care, I just want the title, I don't
Yeah.
care about anything else. We were those guys. We were criticized by some, you have to do Champions League, you have to do this, but this was what this season was about. Okay, we got Super Coppa, that's a bonus, nice. But this is what it was all about since the first day, and we've achieved it, and we will achieve it. So
Yeah, I know what you mean, Tommy, but yeah, it's i Milanisti. I was saying to Mattia before we went live, I was gonna invite a Milanista on the channel to kind of speak about it, but it's like, for them it's like, it's gonna be they're lost in the Europa League. They're not even in that. So yeah, this like whole season now for them will be trying to ruin our party. But in the end of the day,
they
it's
can't.
yeah, they can't. It's just delaying. They're just delaying our party. So I know what you mean, Tommy. It's kind of the final because yeah, it's a win. Like we need to win it. But if we don't win it, it's next game. Who even is our next game?
Yeah,
But
and to be honest, I think it is insulting for them, that we are so far ahead that we don't care about the derby. We already have the titles, so
yeah.
yeah.
So if we don't win it by any chance tomorrow, we have to wait till Saturday against Torino at home.
Again, let's go.
Oh, it would be nice to win it against Sassuolo away as well, like to just do like confirm their relegation or something. That would be nice too.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's how Milan won it a couple seasons back as well, wasn't it? Away at Sassuolo, bastards.
I don't remember 2 seasons ago what happened. Memory is a bit fuzzy there.
You erased the memory. You did the Men in Black thing.
Yeah. I remember the Coppa Italia and Super Coppa. I don't remember anything else.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's good. Selective memory. That's what you need. Oh, and then, by the way, guys, today at the Appiano Gentile, at the training ground of Inter, look at how many people turned up today. Look at that. That's the training ground of Inter. Flags, banners, Curva Nord in full show, but not just Curva Nord, also just normal Inter fans like us there to show their support to the boys. They actually, let me try to find it. They actually had to find a way through the crowd. That was how many people there were there.
Whoa.
Like they had to get special security to get people through. And the players actually, oh wow, I haven't seen this because we were talking. The players have actually come out and gone into the crowd as well now.
Awesome.
Sanchez with the little wink, but yeah, look at that. Imagine Buchanan like experiencing this. He's probably never experienced anything like that, and like Bisek or some of these other boys.
These guys never won a trophy. I mean, okay, they won the Super Cup, but yeah, that was many players never experienced this, in their whole career. But this is very, very special, and I think both the fans and the players see.
Yeah, that is just amazing. Let me see if I find that video. Oh yeah, here you see Denzel with his usual resting bitch face walking through, like they're having
Always
to
the
find.
same.
So yeah, that's amazing. So one question I want to ask whilst when we start talking about the game, people in the chat, please comment down. How are you celebrating tomorrow if Inter win the Scudetto? I want to know, are you watching the game at home? Are you going to go out? Are you going to try to, get together with family? How are you guys celebrating this possible second star Scudetto tomorrow? I will be at Inter Club London. I'm going down to London tomorrow. And I'm going to try create some content as well. Maybe hopefully show you guys a bit of behind the scenes of what goes on at Inter Club London and ask some opinions of fans there. But maybe I'll just maybe I won't end up doing anything and just watching the game. So no promises. And there probably won't be a live stream unless it's like a celebratory live stream where you can't hear me and you just hear screaming and shouting. That's all you hear. What about you, Mattia? Ian Kerr will be with Interclub Belfast, of course. He is the presidente of Interclub Belfast.
El Presidente, yeah. I will be at home and I will prepare some party drinks and probably champagne and other drinks for sure. It's gonna be a house party, but it's gonna be great.
Nice. Ahmad, I'm sure, are you not from Dubai? Because I'm sure there's the Interclub UAE down there. I'm sure, because I know some people that are part of that club. So if I remember correctly, I might be incorrect, so let me know. But I'm sure there's an Interclub UAE that you should be able to join. But yeah, if not, I'm sure
countries have, but
yeah. But I'm sure otherwise, Anthony might go live, and as I said, I'll try to go live afterwards with you guys. But no promises on the audio and the quality of that live stream because it will be off my mobile phone. Tommy says you watch at home and make a lasagna. There is no Interclub Minneapolis, to my knowledge. But there you go. There's your opportunity to make it, Tommy.
Yeah.
Massimo. Oh, I didn't even know there's an Interclub Scotland. Nice. He's gonna be out and even bring in his dad, the legendary pizza maker, DiMarco Senior. I'll be watching with my kids and my dad, all interested together. That's lovely, Harry. That's
Awesome.
lovely. There is, but they don't do gatherings anymore. Oh, okay, fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Mattia getting paralytic, lol. You know what that means?
Paralytic.
Yeah.
I guess extremely drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. So probably. Yeah.
Even though Mattia just recovered from a fever, but I'm sure he'll be ready
Nah.
to.
I'm better today. Tomorrow it's gonna be completely new day. So yeah.
Edson says big into community in Albania. There'll be fireworks in the city. Edson, yeah, interesting.
That's
This,
awesome.
I know there was always a big Albanian community for Inter, but has Christian Astlani being at Inter made a difference? I'm always wondering, like, does these
Did
players from certain countries, like, did that change the kind of the shift, the paradigm of like, oh, more people are supporting Inter or more people are watching Inter just because of a certain player? It'd be interesting to see. Like, what like for you, Mattia, like, because we talked about in the past, unfortunately, Kostic and Vlahovic, when they joined Juve, have you seen
Who are those
Serbian
guys?
fans gravitate more towards Juve because of those two?
A little bit, yes, a little bit. Not, fortunately, not. I guess it's because Juve has been bad, so they haven't contributed to any titles. So I think that's why it hasn't been that big. Fortunately, a little bit, yes, but not nearly to the extent as it was like in 2004 when Stankovic and Mihailovic got to Inter, both of them. That was huge.
Mm.
And that's when like Inter became like a third biggest club in Serbia. And it was, I think, until the banter era, then it kind of dissolved a little bit. But we still have a fan club here, official fan club. Yeah. But that was huge. Like, you could see that how huge it was when Stankovic and Mihailovic joined in 2004. Now it's not such a big deal, Kostic, who is he? He's not such a big star.
Mm.
Vlahovic maybe will be. I don't know, but fortunately they haven't won anything, and I hope it will continue that way. So they will not become.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's true. They're not like world level superstars. But like I always wonder, like, Alexis, I know of course he's kind of like, for us kind of washed, or where you want to say a bit finished, but I'm sure in terms of like Chilean population, like I'm sure he must still be just this absolute superstar, rock star out there. So I wonder if there's like a big influence from him, and him and Vidal, they're here together for a couple of years. I wonder how much of that had an influence on the
It
Chilean.
it has for sure. I mean, people gravitate towards their players, especially if they're stars.
Mhm,
Stankovic and Mihailovic, they were stars. Kostic and Vlahovic are not really stars.
mhm.
Like I said, maybe Vlahovic will be in the future, but currently not yet. So
Yeah. And then, like, yeah, I also see a lot of sometimes I see Mkhitaryan in terms of Armenian. They don't have too many big players. Mkhitaryan is clearly like their goat of player. So that must make a big difference when there is no competition. Like, you've got the greatest Armenian player of all time playing for Inter. So I'm sure that has a big influence.
for sure. That's why I hope we are internazionale. I hope we get players from all countries around the world.
Mhm.
I think getting TJ was big for Canadian market, and I hope we get some player from the US in the future.
Mhm.
That is another. I'm surprised we never had a player from US so far. So that's a market that we should tap into, and hopefully there will be a good enough player that we can get from the US market and other
Yeah.
markets. I miss Japanese players.
Yes.
Nagatomo was my favorite player in the banter era, and I still like him. And he was great in the last World Cup, still, even though he's very old now. But I hope we can get tap into Asian market as well.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely, Japanese is always, yeah, they're always very underpriced, and yeah, they're always hardworking players, and you can always rely on them for most positions. Like we've been linked with that Sugawara guy. I don't know if you've seen from ASD Alkmaar to
Mhm.
replace Dumfries potentially. So I definitely would like to see a Japanese player at Inter. Because we went there and like this past summer and we didn't have any Japanese players. I thought I would have wanted to sign like Kamada. I know he has another great season at Lazio, but I still would have preferred him to Klassen.
Oh man, I think a wooden pole would be more useful than Klassen.
Mhm. Oh, Ahmed, I think Ahmed is Dominicano. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ahmed, but you are from Dominican Republic or Costa Rica. But yeah, he says here it does have a big influence, not only from Chileans, but Latin Americans in general. Yeah, I didn't think about
There you
that, like
go.
general Latin America influence of seeing guys like Alexis Sanchez, Lautaro, Inter must have a big effect.
And even though I'm not completely sold on Taremi, he's getting up
Ooh.
there with age as well. I'm
Mhm.
glad we're getting a player, from Middle East.
Mhm.
So we we need we should have players from all over the world, and you know people all over the world should look up to some players that are from their country or somewhere close to their country.
Mhm. But it's funny that speaking about all this, I saw like a table. I should have like saved it so we can bring it up here, but it was showing kind of the goals in Serie A from Italian players, and Inter was Juve was right at the top, but I think that's because they have Chiesa, Gatti scored a few goals for them this year. But then Inter was third, and we really have like what Marotta's always said. He wants to build a block of Italians at Inter, and he's definitely done that. And
Yeah, he
that
did
leads
that at
me,
Juve as well.
yeah, he always did that at Juve as well. And that leads me into the predicted lineup for tomorrow, Mattia. 600 people. My goodness, I need to sit down for a second. 600 people watching us live right now, Mattia.
Hit the like button, guys. Subscribe. This is the best English speaking Inter channel, and with Inter Worldwide, the only one. So take take the opportunity and like and subscribe, and don't forget to check out Inter Worldwide as well.
Yeah. Inter Worldwide is another channel that covers Inter for English speaking fans around the world. And you'll find Mattia on there
Yes.
too sometimes, and myself. I'll try to link up with Anthony in the next few days, I'm sure. Um,
Sure.
an Ajax and Inter fan saying that he's confused about the Klassen situation. Yeah, I never understood the class. I mean, I understood it because it was just so cheap and it's just like a 1 year contract. So I'm not losing sleep over it, but it's just like, do you remember one thing from Klassen? This I
He
don't
missed the
remember like one
penalty
moment.
against Atletico. That's all
Oh,
he
yeah.
did.
Did he score?
No, he missed the penalty.
Oh, there you
So
go.
he came on just for
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah. Him
penalty,
and Sanchez both came on and they missed in there. Yeah.
and he missed. So that's
Mhm.
all he did for this season. Came on for a penalty, missed it. That's it.
Oh yeah, and then the other thing I remember about him, he came on and then got like booked after like 10 seconds. That was the only other thing I remember from him. I can't remember which game it was though.
Yeah, I don't remember that, but yeah, I only remember the missed penalty.
Oh yeah, his hair transplant is like top quality though. It's
That's
like really
actually
good.
good. That's
Yeah.
good.
But
Yeah.
that's not credit to him, that's credit to his whoever
Yeah.
he
Did
went
he
to.
go to Istanbul or did he
Yeah.
do it in Milan? I don't know. I know
That's not
Hakan
true.
did it in Istanbul, so
Hakan's one's not very good though. Hakan's one
yeah,
seems like
it's not.
he needs like another one soon.
It's what did they do? Like, it's not a good commercial for them.
Yeah, because it was the same in the UK. Gascoigne moving to Lazio was the catalyst for Italian football being covered in the UK. Yeah, I mean, yeah, back then, Italian football was already, it was already number one. But I'm sure, yeah, the best English player moving to Serie A was a big catalyst as well. But that's the problem. We can't, unless it's guys that are like, Sanchez, guys that are kind of past their prime. We don't get the best of that country at their peak now, do we? Like Mkhitaryan, as we said, like the best of Armenia, but he's, obviously this is probably his best time of his career, but isn't like, he's past that peak time of his career. Maybe Lautaro, we could say. No, actually, yeah. I mean, who is the best Argentinian player right now? I mean, Messi's.
Yeah, you could argue for Lautaro.
He could argue Lautaro is the best Argentinian player right now. But yeah, but I guess we could say Barella is the best Italian player right now. I think that's probably an accurate shout. There's not much competition.
Yeah.
Even though he's not had his best season, I still would say Barella is the best Italian.
But Bastoni was, I think, better this season.
Well, I want to see now Bastoni at the Euros, because Barella's also proved it for Italy. So I want to see Bastoni starting, whether he's going to start in a back four or a back three.
Yeah, we will see at the Euros, but Bastoni has been immense this season.
For sure. But I still don't like. I mean, I don't want to get into like negative. I still don't really trust him as like a defender. But
okay, he's a winger.
Yeah.
in the Mone tactics.
Yeah. But anyway, bro, tomorrow's lineup, no surprises. I mean, there's only been one talking point all season, and there's been this position here, the right wing back. We talk about whether it should be Dumfries or whether it should be Darmian. It looks like Demone will continue with Matty Doms, which I still disagree with. I'll continue disagreeing with, especially tomorrow, because I love seeing the Theo versus
Dumfries.
Denzel battle, because it's just entertainment from like minute one. They just hate each other. What do you make of it?
Maybe that's why he decided against it. Because they always have a beef, Dumfries and Theo. Whenever they play, there is always a beef there. So maybe that's why Demone was like, let's avoid this beef now.
Maybe, but I mean, he's been picking Darmian in general anyway, which is actually like, I'm really surprised, to be honest. I thought this season we were going to see Darmian mainly only as a right centre back or like one of the centre backs, but he's actually even played a lot of times, even left wing back at times.
Yeah. It is a surprise for sure. I mean, I can't remember. Maybe you can remind me. Before Dumfries got an injury, who was starting? Because
it was Dumfries.
It was Dumfries.
Yeah. He was amazing at the beginning of the season, Dumfries.
Yeah,
he was like
he
first
was
10 games.
But after the injury, Darmian took the spot.
Yeah, and then he's never looked back since. Let me just pull up Dumfries' stats, actually, because it will show quite nicely. Because you'll see, look at that. First half of the season, he only was on the bench once against Empoli away. And before that, he played every single game, started. So this one he didn't start. So only one game out of the first 14, 2 games out of the first 14, he didn't start. And he was in really, really good form. Like we were seeing the Denzel that we saw like for the Netherlands and in the first season.
Yeah, maybe Cuadrado's arrival maybe lit the fire.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the best thing maybe Cuadrado will do for us this season, for making Dumfries a better player in the first half.
Just that first half.
Yeah.
And then he had that injury, which here it says like unknown injury. I remember it was like some sort of muscular. I think he went to the international break with the with the Netherlands, and then he came back with this injury, and then he was never the same afterwards. Like he just
Yeah,
never really recovered, by the sounds of it.
it looks like after the injury he lost Demone's trust, or uh, maybe he sees something we don't. I'm not sure. It is surprising because he did start the season. He was a starter and he was playing well, but something happened. I'm not sure what. I wish um, that we could play him more at the end of
Mhm.
the season, and I hope he will get some good appearances so we can sell him for a higher price.
Yeah. I mean, here, yeah, Transfermarkt rates him at 27 million euros. I mean, I'd be happy if we can get that that amount of money.
For sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
So yeah, he's got 1,000. What did it say? 1,800 minutes. Let's see, Darmian in the appearances. Because I want to see, yeah, because I think it'll show the shift of Darmian starting as a more of a sub. Yeah, you see, like he starts the season. So I thought this season he was going to be more of a centre back. You see, first 4 games starts as a centre back because then
Yeah.
Pavard was still kind of like not integrated fully. So he was trusting him over Pavard. But then yeah, so game 14. So yeah, you see here centre back, centre back, centre back, centre back, and then game 14, and that's it. Right back, right mid, all the way through to the end.
Yeah. We shift to Darmian. Who said it in the chat? Uh, I'm sorry, I lost the comment, but somebody said like we shift him like Zanetti.
Oh yeah, Ian said it.
Yeah, Ian. Yeah. So Ian said that yeah, we shift my namesake so often, like it's crazy. We were
Mhm.
expecting him only to play one role this season, but
Yeah. Like yeah, I think in the Atletico game, did he not finish that game as left wing back?
I think so. It
Yeah.
was something
Yeah,
insane.
because TJ was supposed to come on, but he didn't. And I think, yeah, Pavard finished the game at right wing back and he finished at left wing back, which I think was one of the reasons why we also didn't win that game. But anyway, Zionino says he trusts Dumfries and Benji a lot less. Oh, so he's saying like the combination of Dumfries and Benji, which I don't know. I think it's just, I mean, Benji's, I think, has been solid with whoever, really. Um, maybe. What do you think about that? I didn't think about it in that terms of partnership type of way.
Hmm. That's an
Yeah, the
interesting
contract
point.
situation maybe too. Yeah, that was also ongoing throughout the season. But
Good point as well, Edson. Yes. There were negotiations, stallings, and breakdowns. Yeah, there were things off the pitch as well this season
mm,
with Dumfries.
yeah, and apparently the contract offer is still on the table. Apparently, like he wanted Bastoni money, which he should have been laughed out of the room for that.
Yeah, I
But yeah, I don't think Inzaghi. I don't see Inzaghi being the type of manager that is affected by those types of things. Like I think he would, even if a guy is running out of contract, he would use them right until the last day of his contract, just as normal. And I don't see him being told by Marotta and Auxilio to like not play Dumfries for a certain reason. I don't know.
yeah. Who knows? It is possible. It's I don't know how certain it is, but it is a possibility. There are many things that happen, since that injury and that contract negotiations, then starting, stopping, continuing, stopping. Yeah, who
Mhm.
knows? But I do you have a preference
In terms of
tomorrow for Dumfries or
yeah, Denzel. I love seeing that Theo versus Dumfries beef. I think it would just add that extra, bit of spice to the whole thing. Um, Yeah, I prefer, like, I think Darmian, he always does a job, but I just think, I'm not like I'm the biggest fan of Dumfries as a technical footballer. I think we all know that if you follow me on this channel, but I think he's just a better right wing back, like especially as an attacking option. And I don't want to be defending against this Milan team too much. Like I want to go for the kill tomorrow.
Yes, for
And yeah,
sure.
fresh rested Dumfries as well. Like he should be like ready to go. When did Pavard? I can answer that question for you. So he started his first game versus Empoli away. Then he started a few more games afterwards, and then he had an injury. So I guess you could say, really and truly, since January almost, I would say that's his real when he
Yeah,
broke into the team
midway.
properly. Because we know Inzaghi likes to kind of take his time with
Ease
integrating
in the
players.
players, yeah, integrate them slowly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and also yeah, in the Super Cup he played both the games. So yeah, it's interesting when you see it like that, right? Like it feels like you think about Pavard and you think he's been like starting all season, but when you see it, it's like
Looks like it,
yeah.
but yeah, it's not.
But anyway, apart from that, there's not really too much to discuss. Really, is the
Yeah,
lineup wise?
strongest lineup. There is nothing. Yeah, we have one game a week now. There is nobody to rest, and you go with the strongest lineup. So
Yeah, let's talk about Lautaro, our captain, who's kind of gone a bit cold recently. We're all, I think, expect he's Milan man.
yes,
And Joseph is also saying, Lauti goal incoming. Edson saying
I
it's only
expect him to score. I
yeah.
really expect him to score. He first of all, he hasn't scored how long? Three,
Since
4 games?
February, since Atalanta.
How many games is that?
One, two, three, four, five. Well,
Five
if you
games.
count, Cagliari, six, but five are
Yeah,
the ones
we
we
can't
actually.
count
Yeah,
Cagliari. Yeah,
yeah.
so 5 games is a lot, and thank God he was so good previously. So we got the points cushion because of his goals.
Yeah,
Because now he's in that point every season that we hate.
yeah, yeah.
But thankfully, next match is not Salernitana, but Milan. One of the
Mhm.
two is always great for him to come back, you know. And he is a Milan man and Salernitana man, so he likes scoring against those two, you know. He likes. So I really expect a goal from him tomorrow.
Yeah. And do you think he's gonna hit? Because I predicted that he wasn't gonna hit the 36. Some people were saying, he's gonna get to the Higuain Immobile, but I
Oh,
thought
I
he's
knew
gonna
he would.
probably end at 30, 31. But I don't think he's even reaching that, to be honest. What do you think?
What is the number he's on now?
23.
23. No, no, he's not getting to 30. I think. I immediately said he's not gonna reach Immobile. Like that was
Yeah.
impossible from the beginning. But I did expect 30, to be honest. I
Yeah.
did expect 30. But now, we only have Serie A. We don't have any other competition left. Yeah, I don't know if he will get 30. I don't think so, to be honest.
Unless Hakan starts giving him the penalties, which I don't want him
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, no, no, definitely not. So I don't think to be honest, after we secure mathematically, hopefully tomorrow, the title, who is gonna play? Maybe he's
Mm.
not even gonna play, you know. So it's possible that yeah, he won't have a chance to score
Yeah.
more after we secure. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised with a Dimarco MVP performance. He always has a good game against Milan as well. That would
Yeah,
be good.
DeMarco is one of us. He knows how important this is.
Hmm. And let's go on to what is. I think they will finish second, right, Mattia? I think we can say
Yeah.
they're the second best team in Italy.
Yes, I don't think Juve. Juve.
Well,
They're not catching them, I think. Let me just check the table.
yeah,
Uh,
I'll pull it up
five
here.
points.
Yeah.
5 points difference.
Yeah.
Um, I don't
They've
think,
conceded, Mattia, they've conceded 20 more goals than us.
bro. Second team in the league.
Yeah. 37 goals conceded.
Guys, we were so good this season. It was a pleasure to watch this team.
It really was. It really was. Look at that goal difference. No one gets even anywhere near us.
Not even
60.
half, like not even
No.
30. It's insane how good we were. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
Wait, let me see. Like, who's so 37? Who's which team? How far down do you have to go to see a team that's conceded more? Oh, Napoli 41,
Oh my God,
the
Napoli,
current champions.
even with extended Europe, like we're Italy is gonna have five in Champions League. Even with that, they're not gonna qualify for Europe.
Yeah, it's
Insane.
embarrassing. Worst title defense. I'm annoyed with them because I wanted to keep laughing at Milan for having a shit title defense last year, but these guys have.
Yeah.
Ugh. But yeah, what do you make of the lineup tomorrow? I mean, we know pretty much exactly what it is.
Yeah.
You
Standard.
know, I would say one thing I would give to Milan though, their transfers, they actually have improved the team compared to last year. Like they just haven't been good as us, but they actually have improved their team. And like almost every one of their transfers has like actually worked. Like Pulisic has, I think Pulisic has actually overtaken Thuram in terms of signing of the season, probably because Thuram's second half of the season has been so kind of lackluster.
Yeah. After the injury, he didn't really come back,
Mm.
unfortunately. So it is, you are quite possibly correct there with
Yeah,
yes getting the machine.
Loftus Cheek had a big uptick in form after the new year. Reinders actually has also been good, but not as good as I thought he was going to be. And then who else? Chukwueze, I think only recently has started to kind of perform. Um, your boy Matija Jovic, guy with the same name as you.
Yeah, the washed up Jovic scored more goals than Arnautovic, so that should tell you everything.
Yeah. Okafor had a few goals off the bench. I think he's got like 6 goals all like off the bench to be like a super sub for them. So um Yunus Musa as well. He was decent. Like these are a lot of the guys that I like when I look at players to sign for Inter. Like a lot of these guys names that I like. So I do actually like these signings. I think they have worked, but it's just not anywhere near our level. That's the problem.
Yeah, well, there is an interesting point that another of my namesake said here. Um, they're similar to 2 years ago when they won the league.
Yeah.
You said that they improved their team. Um, that is, I think, debatable. Um, it to me, it looks like they're the same for the last 3 seasons. It looks like they're the same level.
Hmm.
For me, it looks like other clubs go up and down. Napoli went up and then down. We went up this season. But for me, it looks like they're kind of there.
Yeah, but look at that. They're plus 12 points compared to last season.
Okay, last season, both us and them had a terrible season. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But look at 2020, 21, and 21, 22. Very similar.
And yeah, this is the year that they won the Scudetto. So you could say, yeah, they're on track with the Scudetto season. It's just, I think what happened in Serie A, Mattia, like last few years, there's been that such a crazy. I think also us. I think we've overperformed a
Drop.
little bit. Like it's been like Napoli last year. That was a crazy overperformance,
Yes.
and what we did this year, like it's not even been a title race. So that's I think what's also a bit peculiar about the Serie A last couple of seasons.
Yeah, and I'm afraid for the future of Serie A because now I think the Italian government canceled the
Growth
plusvalenza
decree.
growth decree. Yeah, growth decree. So it's gonna be even harder for Italian clubs to get talent from
No,
abroad.
Milan rely on that a lot because their squad is full of foreigners.
Yeah, so Italian league is, this year we don't have anybody in quarters of Champions League.
Hey,
Not a
but
good
our
look
Conference League and Europa chances are looking good.
for sure. Yeah. So we will see if we will be able to, when I say we, I mean Italian clubs in general, to compete with foreign clubs, in the future after this growth decree is, you know, been cancelled by Italian government.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it will be interesting. Even for us, yeah, like Thuram signing us, we use growth decree, those types of things. Any player that we sign from like like guys like Klassen, like it makes like a difference to these. Oh damn, speaking of clubs that are in the mud.
Anthony, where are you?
Man United losing 4-3 to Coventry, which is just down the road from me, like a half an hour drive from me. From the championship, the tier below the Premier League, guys, by the way. Crazy.
And yeah, United was leading 3-0, if I'm correct.
Yeah,
So
well, yeah, they were leading, and yeah.
another trophy for City, it doesn't make me happy.
One last thing, Mattia, before we go, we're here for 1 hour and 20, and the only reason for that is
Time
because there's been
flies.
over 600 people in the chat, so we can't go, Mattia, can we, when there's so many people in the
Yes,
chat?
of course. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Yes.
Talk to me about this man who triggers every Milanista in the world. Some of them claim that they don't care about him and they don't think about him, but then whenever he does an interview or something, there's some sort of quotes released, they'll be very quick to comment about it. So how good would it be if he scores a last minute penalty winner tomorrow and rubs it in, which is because they're at home tomorrow, let's not forget, in front of
Yeah.
their fans.
Yeah. That's additional rubbing it in. Yeah, for sure. I really, really hope that he scores tomorrow. I expect Lautaro to score, but I really hope for Hakan goal. I think the best would be like a Marotta League penalty. Like
Yes, I want that so bad. I want the dodgiest penalty that,
some soft penalty that he
yeah,
scores and it's a winner, or it's just to rub it in front of Curva Sud. It directly inject that into my veins. Yeah,
yes.
that would be peak.
And then and then celebrates like this as well.
Yeah, yeah. So one of the main things that we can banter them is Hakan Çalhanoğlu, the champion of Italy.
Mhm.
And I hope, well, I'm sure this will be the karma for how they celebrated their Scudetto, their 19th. That was very scummy, and like I was very disappointed at how we celebrated without mentioning them, but they had to just make it all about us and about Hakan. So that was very, not nice.
Yeah,
And I hope we will again ignore them completely in our celebrations, as we should, and prove that we are classier team and players than they are again. So, but personally, I really want this for Hakan to just rub it in as much as he can, like rub, and score. That would be amazing. I really want, he deserves it. He is already a guy that brought us the second star.
yeah.
He already proved them wrong.
Mhm.
He won already many titles with us. He played the Champions League final with us. He already proved them wrong. But this would be just a cherry on the top of the cake.
It would. And for people that don't know what Mattia is referring to, so when Milan celebrated the Scudetto, this banner that they're saying is saying La Coppa Italia mettila nel culo, which means put that Coppa Italia up your ass. So they were referring to us winning the Coppa Italia that season in the Supercoppa, and telling us to shove it up our ass.
Classless.
And then also, obviously, the infamous celebrations that Ibra started against Hakan and Theo, actually, calling him a son of a beep. So I don't know. Hakan's going to have a lot of self-control. And
he didn't want to say anything. The journalists tried
they're trying so hard.
He was very calm. He was like, no. He didn't want to say anything. We will see if he's going to remain calm after we win it.
Yeah, we'll see if he's going to be the bigger man or if he's going to be the bigger C word, which I hope he actually, I honestly, I hope he is not the bigger man. I hope he kind of like.
He has earned the right not to be. They did it first when they celebrated their Scudetto. They showed how classless they are. Now he has the right, to do it back, in my opinion. But yeah, we will see. I'm interested to see his reaction and his celebrations.
And also what we want to see is this, because last time we won the Scudetto, we weren't able to celebrate it properly. I mean, you can see here, there's still a lot of people out there, but you see the masks, you see it was COVID time. We weren't able to do a bus parade. We weren't able really to do what we really want to do. The Inter players had to celebrate like this, like so far away from one of the rings at the San Siro down to the fans. So this time, I hope and wish that we get to celebrate like this, how we celebrated when we won the Scudetto in 2010 with a bus parade, to be, with the fans down in the streets properly, as it should be. That's what I'm looking forward to, man.
I hope I will be able to get the tickets for our Lazio game, which is our last home game. And if I do, you will have another vlog to watch on Inter Worldwide channel. So hopefully this time it's going to be even better because of the title celebrations, but we will see. Hopefully I'll be able to witness part of the atmosphere.
Yeah, I hope so. Let us know for sure. I'll be looking forward to that vlog if you do make it out there. I won't be this time because I booked some holidays way ahead of time. I'm going to Italy, but the south of Italy, next week actually. So I won't be able to go to the north of Italy afterwards.
Yeah, I see.
But anyway, Mattia, we've been here for an hour and a half almost now. Been really good talking to you, but we can't end it without a prediction for tomorrow's historic derby di Milano. What are you saying? What's your prediction?
I think we win. I think we own them for a long time now. I think they have nothing to play for. I think they are mentally out of it after going out of Europa League. And I think we have everything to play for, to secure the title. I know for the last 5 games or so, we weren't that good. That is concerning. But, what can motivate you if not this? So I really feel like they're going to go out like it's a final of a cup, and I expect us to win with the same result Ian said. I kind of feel like it's going to be 3-1 for us.
I like that. I like that one. I think, I see them getting. They might even score first. I can see them like even scoring first.
I also see them scoring. Yeah.
But then I see, us, because as you said, like we've been kind of lackluster recently. But I think this is the game I think everyone's been looking forward to. Like we've known for weeks now that we can mathematically win this Scudetto against them. So I think, I don't think motivation and like anything mental will be a problem tomorrow. I think the boys will be like ready to get back to the usual. So I'm actually, I'm liking the 3-1. And I'm liking, so yeah, Ahmed predicted. I think I see Frattesi coming on and getting one of his goals and taking his top off and triggering the Milan fans. I see that.
Yes, I kind of I'm with Debbie here. Um, I think that's a very high possibility.
That's yeah. I would go with that. I wouldn't mind if Pavard hasn't scored yet for Inter. It'd be amazing to see Pavard getting his first
Yeah,
goal for Inter in this one.
I would really hope for a Hakan goal, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if it doesn't happen as long as we win.
No, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go Hakan penalty. So Milan go 1-0 up. Some like crap goal from like Giroud or something. 1-0 Milan. Then we get a dodgy ass penalty that shouldn't be a penalty. Hakan goal. Then Lautaro gets another one, and then 89th minute Frattesi comes on, tap in goal, 3-1.
Yeah, if it's Fratesi, then it's after 99th minute. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like who's Anti-Juice is the one that's kind of on the fence here with the 2-2. Edson's feeling super confident with a 5-0. Ahmed says 3-0. Ahmed said 2-0. So yeah, pretty much confidence all round for a win. Looks like
There
it.
is no reason not to be confident.
Yeah.
We are not now going like, oh, we're gonna mess them up. We have a reason to be confident. Last 5 we've won. They have nothing to play for. We have everything to play for. It's the situation we're in, both of our clubs, I think gives us the reason to be confident.
Yeah. And Milan should be also a bit tired. They've had played these Europa League games midweek. They've lost, they've had some energy drainage as well. So we should be able to take advantage of that now. So yeah. Ooh, Thuram goal. That would be nice too.
He had a screamer in the first derby.
Malik Thiaw is not there for this one. He's suspended, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But there it is, guys. That is the match point derby preview with Mattia Jovic with the Biscione di Milano. We are adding a second star. Whether it's tomorrow, we don't know. But
it's coming, guys. It's coming. It doesn't matter when, this week or next week. But this is obsolete very, very soon. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, 100%. It's coming. And it's coming either tomorrow or next week or the week after, but it's coming. We don't care.
For sure.
Thank you, everyone that joined in. We are ending the stream with 706 people watching live. This is the most ever.
Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know what you did, Mattia, but it worked. Whatever.
I called half of Serbia to just watch.
Yeah.
No, but thank you guys so much. Subscribe. This is a great channel. Subscribe to Inter Worldwide as well. And let's support these English Inter communities. So there are not many of them. And yeah, they do great work for us. So thank you, Sharma, for doing a great job. And thank you for having me.
No, thank you for jumping on. Even though I gave you like 10 minutes of warning time to join me. And now you're on for over an hour and a half. So thank you, everyone that joined in. Thank you, all the channel members. Thank you for all the donations. This was so good. And yeah, as I said, tomorrow I'll be at Interclub London. I don't think there will be a live stream afterwards, but if we do win, there will be some sort of celebration live stream for sure. So look out for that. Ciao ragazzi. Always, Forza Inter.